Okay, everybody, just in case you need a little reminder, you're all beautiful. Yes, you're beautiful. All of you. I'm in a great mood today. Why? I don't know. I guess just because. Anyway, look, post-market wrap-up on this Wednesday, October 5th, 2022. All right, so what kind of a day did we have? It played out kind of like I believed it would, and I covered this morning in my opening report, where I said it looked like a fear trade here, nothing major. Stocks did finish down, okay, not much, well off of the lows. I mean, most of the day this market spent kind of deep in the red. Nothing, again, astronomical here, but this knee-jerk here in the dollar, this flight to safety, it makes me laugh. How about you? It's just so twisted to me how it's always the same. Knee-jerk higher into the dollar. Whenever the market smells fear, thinks of something that makes it all afraid and scared, all of a sudden, you get this move higher in the dollar. And this was profound today. Almost a full percentage point. And on a relative basis, this is huge. So, look, but looking at the bigger picture here, and that is that 10-year yield didn't do much today. 3.75 pretty much is where we stuck all day long. Now, look, I'm not saying that any of this is over by a long shot. You got warning after warning after. JP Morgan came out yesterday, I forgot to mention this, warning about illiquidity in the debt market. Can I please get a duh, please? Who's going to buy the bonds? I mean, come on, people. You can't make this stuff up if you try to do it. Clearly, what you and I have been witnessing over the past several weeks now is a debt market that's been on the cusp of something not very pretty. Henceforth, why Bank of England jumped in here. Oh, we're gonna start buying the debt again, but don't call it quantitative easing, because it is quantitative easing, but don't call it that. I mean, look, it's too frankly, I'm gonna say the word, it's too retarded. Okay, but that's just the way it always is. And this huge, tremendous move that we've seen over the past couple of days, with global bond yields, kind of normalizing a little bit. Look, this has been all nice and pretty and lovely. Oh, absolutely. In the last 3 days, this market has put on like 6%, even though, I'm talking about the S&P 500, even though today we had some losses. Does it mean it's over? Is everything going to be lovely and fantastic? Look, I don't really think so. I'm going to stick to my guns here. I've been explaining since this whole route started with global bond yields ballooning here, the instability in the debt market here. I've been saying, you and I, right here, we've discussed this over and over again, how we didn't believe central banks are done. I still don't think so. These institutions got the world by the throat. They have a boot right on your freaking windpipe, everybody. And what are they doing here? They're still trying to convince you all day long. Are you watching the mainstream? If you have the disgusting, vomitous, I don't know, time to sit there and watch these freaking creatures here? Rate hikes! Oh yeah, we heard from that what's her name? The one that's gender confused, Fed President Dolly. More rate hikes are necessary. I don't know who I am today. I'm going to flip a coin. Male or female. I don't know. Well, that's a whole other thing, in this society today. Not even our own president or Nancy Pelosi, they can't tell you what a man is or a woman. It's unable to be defined. That's the society we live in today. Okay, but anyway, duh. But look, so this is laughable. So more rate hikes are necessary for what? Look what I wrote here. For what? For what? So they can continue to destroy the economy here in the United States? So they can continue to destroy? Bankers are determined. Central bankers, people, look, they're the enemy. All right, it's not you and me. It's not what politics we want to follow, or what religion we are, or our skin color, or our sex. I'm not saying gender, sex. You don't like it? Too freaking bad, okay? It's none of that. These freaking things that run the world, they're the enemy. And what are we going to do about it? I guess nothing here. We're going to sit back. I mean, well, you and I, at least we're trying. We're raising awareness. We're trying to let people understand what's going on. But most people walk through time and space. They don't know what they're doing. They have no idea who they are, why they're doing whatever they're doing. They just walk through time and space from one spot to another, running around loose in the world with no purpose at all. Except they get up every day and they make sure they get out there and they work for those fiat dollars that they don't even freaking own. No! That concept blows people's minds. I want you to consider this. I may have been the first guy that maybe I'm wrong on this one, but when I started doing this like over a decade ago, I tried to explain to people what the currency was. Okay, and I had to think about it myself. I'm like, what are these things with numbers printed on them and little faces and little fancy designs and hidden things? What are these lovely things? So I said to myself, well, who backs these things? It's not backed by a government. So these are unbacked liabilities being dispersed by bankrupt governments. There, I got it wrong. It's not being dispersed via a bankrupt government. No, they're being dispersed by runaway central banks who are determined to do one thing, people, and that is to inflate. That's it. Buy it all. And these things it gets even worse. We don't even own them. We sit here, we work for these things, we get happy when we get a few of them, but we don't even own them. No. They're owned by the issuing central bank. You know that. And we owe them all back to the issuing central bank, plus interest, people, plus interest that they just make it. They just create it out of thin air. Ooh, let's get to create interest out of thin air. Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Imagine that. Imagine having that power, but that's what it is. Imagine, for example, just for a nanosecond, Mummy Man, Frank and Mummy Stein, whatever he is, if you were actually to tell people, hey, look, those dollars that you slave for every day, those dollars that I'm sending all over the world to fight wars and everything else, they're just unbacked liabilities being dispersed by the real government, which is the Federal Reserve. You don't even own these things. You don't even own them. You don't even freaking own them. Oh, man. And you owe them back to the central bank. Think about how sick that is. But that's the case. That's what we have. I'm freaking sweating to death right now. All right, look. So, I want to cover something else real quick. If you happen to be, flipping through the mainstream media outlets here, there's people out there trying at least to let people realize that what they're seeing, number one, is not real. The numbers don't add up. There are economists who are coming out and they're being silenced. They're trying to explain to people that the numbers that our lovely, caring government is feeding us via, the mainstream propaganda, they don't add up. They're not real. Sincerely, but honestly, people have no clue. They have absolutely no clue of what's happening to them or why it's happening to them. They don't realize that they're being exterminated or led to the slaughter. It's an incredible thing. It really is. But for now, like I was saying, I got a little sidetracked here. We got some stability here in the debt market. Is it going to last? Look, people, your guess is as good as mine. This is a team effort here. This isn't just my thing. This is our thing. And we're getting bigger. We're getting bigger and bigger. 231,000 subs here. I am not on a single social network. Everyone's, you got to be on those social media networks in order to make things known. How about no? You won't find Greg Mannarino anywhere. It's all of you that are getting this message out there. So you are all making a difference here. And that's all I really care about. I don't give a damn about any of this stuff, really. All I care about is you and me trying to raise awareness, making people understand what's happening to them. I think look, the fact is, this channel is growing because of all of you. And, people are starting to wake up, and you're starting to see this even on the mainstream, that people are trying to get the message out that there's big problems here. This debt hyper bubble is a monster. It's the greatest threat to humankind. That's what I want to hear. I want people to understand, again, how they're being told, oh, it's global warming, that's the problem. Oh, it's expanding wars, it's nuclear war. No, no, no. It's the debt hyper bubble that is the greatest immediate threat to human life on the planet. And central banks are going to melt down the system. They're already destroying the economy. And that's another thing you're hearing on the mainstream. You got multi-billionaire investors trying to warn people. They're saying, hey, what the Fed is doing is not doing a damn thing at all to slow the pace of inflation, but it is destroying the economy that is raising rates. And that's the distraction. They're still doing it. Every single media outlet, propaganda ministry here, CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business, Reuters, they're all talking about rates. Rates. The Fed's going to raise rates. Fed Dally here. Oh, more rate hikes are necessary. They're necessary because we want to destroy the economy. And we're going to laugh in your freaking face when you're out there in the street with nothing. You're going to eat bugs. You're going to lick dog shit. And you're going to enjoy it too. Yeah, that's what's going to happen to you. They're laughing. They're laughing at us, people. They're laughing at us. Public enemy number one is these central banks. Number one. That's it. And they're literally getting away with a crime, the biggest crime that has ever been perpetrated in the history of the world on the global population. I want you to think about that. Anyway, let's go back to the market real quick before this video gets too long. So yeah, stocks all over the place, finished in the negative, nothing major. 10-year yield didn't do much. That dollar, that knee-jerk higher, is fear. Fear. It's fear. I'm so afraid. I'm so scared. I'm scared. No, I'm not scared. I'm laughing. We're laughing. Anyway, gold and silver under some pressure today. Bitcoin around 20,000, still sticking in that lovely place over there. Crude oil higher. Oh, OPEC plus their ass. Oh yeah, they're over there and they're gonna cut production because they want to boost that price of energy because people aren't getting. They're not getting screwed hard enough. Interesting. What do you think about that? What do you think about all this, people? Honestly, wow, I'm sweating. All right, look, I'm gonna get out of here now. But I'll see all of you in the morning. And please think about the things I've covered here. Ponder them, float them around your mind a little bit. Maybe write them down, and comment. Comment here. What do you think? What do you see? And it's just a beautiful thing. I love it. All right, look, I'm out of here. Love everybody. Love you all. Love each other. Please, we need each other. We got each other's back. Period. The end. I will see you in the morning. Have a great rest of your day. And I am just gone.